Explosive power, lightning speed, and ruthless precision. These are the foundations of a perfect knockout. No time to think, no time to breathe. Just one strike, and the world goes silent. The victim collapses into darkness as the arena erupts in chaos. These are the moments frozen in history, where fighters become legends in the blink of an eye. A knee in 5 seconds, a punch in 7, and sometimes a lifetime of glory in an instant. This is the art of the fastest knockouts, where every heartbeat counts and hesitation is punished with oblivion. Welcome to the cruel beauty of UFC. December of 2011, Toronto, Canada. Canadian striker Mark Hominick, a technician with crisp boxing, and just months removed from a title fight with Jose Aldo. Across from him stands Chan Sung Jung, the Korean zombie, known for his fearless style and relentless pressure. The crowd roars for their hometown hero. The bell rings. Hominick charges forward, aggressively. He throws a wide left hook, but Jung remains calm. One short counter, right. It lands clean on the chin. Hominick falls instantly. The arena is stunned into silence. Jung follows up with punches on the ground. Referee Herb Dean steps in. Just 7 seconds. It's over. The Korean zombie ties the record. One of the fastest knockouts in UFC history. For Hominick, heartbreak in front of his home crowd. For Jung, the moment that made him a legend. June 12th, 2021, UFC 263. Terrence McKinney makes his UFC debut. A prospect with blazing speed and knockout power. Across the cage, Matt Frevola, a battle-tested lightweight. The crowd is loud as the fight begins. The bell rings. McKinney wastes no time. He fires a lightning-fast 1-2. The right hand lands clean. Frevola crashes to the canvas. The arena explodes. McKinney follows with hammer fists. The referee dives in. Just 7 seconds. The fight is over. McKinney sets the record. The fastest knockout in UFC, lightweight history. Pure disbelief inside the Octagon. For Frevola, devastation. For McKinney, a dream debut. 7 seconds that changed his life. From unknown newcomer to record-breaking sensation. A UFC moment etched in history. February 16th, 1996. UFC 8, David versus Goliath. A tournament built on size and power. Giants versus smaller warriors. No weight classes, no mercy. Fans packed the arena with curiosity. Could the little man topple the giant? Or would brute strength rule the night? The matchups were raw. Heavyweights towering over lightweights. David against Goliath, in every sense. Punches, takedowns, raw violence. Every fight carried chaos. Every fight carried risk. Blood, sweat, and shock filled the cage. It was the Wild West of UFC. No gloves, minimal rules, pure survival. The crowd roared with every clash. Upsets shook the tournament. Technique battled size. Heart overcame muscle. David truly could beat Goliath. UFC 8 proved it. A legendary night in UFC history. April 11th, 2015. UFC Fight Night 64. Leon Edwards steps into the Octagon, just 23 years old, facing veteran Seth Beksinski. The crowd barely settles in. The opening bell sounds. Beksinski charges forward, throwing wild. But Edwards is calm, precise. He plants his feet, fires a straight left hand, lightning fast, right down the middle. It lands flush on the chin. Beksinski drops instantly. The arena erupts. 8 seconds. That's all it took. A record-fast finish. The ref waves it off. Edwards raises his hands. His first knockout in the UFC. January 24th, 2015. UFC on Fox 14. Makwan Amirkhani makes his UFC debut. The crowd roars for the hometown fighter. Across the cage stands Andy Ogle. The bell rings. Amirkhani explodes forward. Flying knee just misses, but he's not done. A crisp left hook lands. Ogle stumbles back. Amirkhani swarms. Punches raining down. The ref dives in. 8 seconds. That's all it took. The fastest finish in UFC featherweight history. The arena erupts. Amirkhani sprints across the cage. Leaps on the fence. Arms raised high. In Stockholm, a star is born. Sometimes, all it takes is one punch. The bell rings. No feeling out. No hesitation. Jimmo steps forward. A crushing right hand lands. Parash drops instantly. 7 seconds. That's it. Ryan Jimmo announces himself to the UFC in spectacular fashion. A debut, a statement. One punch, one moment. And history is made in Canada. April 2nd, 2008. UFC Fight Night 13. The bell rings. Alexander charges forward. Aggression on full display. Irvin stays calm. He takes a step back. Waits. Then, fires. A lightning-fast right hand. It lands flush. Alexander collapses. The crowd gasps. The referee rushes in. 8 seconds. That's all it took. James Irvin ties the record. Fastest knockout in UFC light heavyweight history. The Sandman delivers. August 29th, 2009. UFC 102. Todd Duffy makes his UFC debut. Across from him, Tim Hague. The bell rings. 7 seconds later, it's over. Duffy fires a piston-like jab. It lands clean. Hague drops instantly. Duffy pounces, unleashing brutal ground and pound. The referee dives in. The fight is stopped. 7 seconds. The fastest knockout in UFC heavyweight history. Todd Duffy arrives. A new name, a new threat. And Portland will never forget the shock of that night. January 16th, 2006. Las Vegas, Nevada. UFC Fight Night 3. Dwayne Bang Ludwig steps into the Octagon. Across from him, Jonathan Goulet. Both men ready. The crowd buzzing. The bell rings. Ludwig explodes forward. A thunderous right hand lands. Perfect. Clean. Devastating. Goulet crumbles to the canvas. Out instantly. The referee dives in. 4 seconds. That's all it took. The fastest knockout in UFC history. Dwayne Ludwig etches his name into the record books. The arena erupts. And in Las Vegas, fans witness lightning in a bottle. July 6th, 2019. UFC 239. The world is watching. Ben Askren, undefeated. Olympic wrestler. Jorge Masvidal, street fighter. Veteran. A man with bad intentions. The fight begins. Masvidal sprints forward. No touch of gloves. No feeling out. He launches. A flying knee. Perfect. Violent. Unstoppable. It crashes into Askren's chin. Askren goes stiff. He's out before he hits the canvas. The arena explodes. 5 seconds. The fastest knockout in UFC history. Jorge Masvidal doesn't just win. He immortalizes himself. A single knee. A single moment. And a record that may never be broken. And there you have it. Moments that last only seconds, but live forever in UFC history. Power, precision, chaos. One strike can change everything. Some fighters chase glory for years. Others find it in the blink of an eye. This is the beauty of mixed martial arts. Unpredictable, ruthless, legendary. Which knockout shook you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey through the fastest finishes in UFC history, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and join me for the next fight story. Because in the Octagon, history is written in seconds.